Hello everyone, in this video I'll be covering the most downloaded mods in Baldur's Gate 3's Patch 7 mod manager. So, I was requested by some players that are on console that want to see the most downloaded mods in here, and I'll be covering the full list of them, but I'll just be first showing off some of the mods that I like personally myself, as the mods are coming to console here in October. So, the first one I want to talk about is the mod here, Better Hotbars 2, the Better Sidebars and the Better Maps mod. So you can actually toggle this so that it disappears and gives you a really nice clean interface. So this is similar to the Immersive UI mod previously that just cleans things up extremely well. So I can't play without one of these mods just because I like having more screen real estate. So this is a very useful one, just opens things up. Although the PlayStation and Xbox versions do have a much more clean interface in this, I just want to cover that first. But I'll also show you a few different cosmetics. So there's the mods that gives us different faces here. So there's mods that'll have the faces of Faerun. This is the most downloaded mod in Baldur's Gate 3, giving us a bunch of different faces. This one here gives us hair extensions, so a bunch of different choices for hair extensions. And then there's also mods that gives us a bunch of different hair options, so we can like really fine tune how we want our character to look, giving them different bangs. This is the bangs everywhere mod, and then there's the hair extensions mod there. There's also mods that'll give us different color eyes, so we got a bunch of different choices here. Like it'll give us the NPC eyes, so we can go with something like Damon's eyes here, or if we want like true red eyes, true yellow eyes. There's even ones that give you like brighter whites in your eyes, so lots of choices there, which is really nice. And then also for hair, there's some mods, the simple hairstyles here, which gives a bunch of different options for hair. So lots of cool mods here. There's also ones I like for dyes. There's the Faerun Colors mod, as well as a few others that'll give us different dye options. I'll quickly cover classes and subclasses that are given in the mod manager, and then I'll go through the full list and talk about the most downloaded and my thoughts on them, because I've tried them all by this point. So there's a lot of really great subclasses that have been added. So I guess I'll just start off with something like the Warlock. There's the Remembrance and the Celestial here, giving us two really cool options. The Remembrance has magical secrets similar to the Bard. The Celestial has radiant damage and the ability to heal, so this is another cool one. There's also the Dread Overlord, which I think is my favorite subclass so far that's been added. This gives us the ability to summon in a bunch of undead hands. We can summon in giant skeletons, warlocks, and even ghosts that can spellcast. So there's a bunch of cool benefits to this subclass, and this is in the Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager. I expect the undead to come at a future date as well, but the Dread Overlord, extremely cool. So there's also some different subclasses for the Sorcerer as well, one of my favorite classes. So Divine Soul coming soon. It's not in the mod manager yet. Things like Phoenix Soul as well. But the Voidborn is one that's in there, giving us more of a celestial style sorcerer, which is a lot of fun. So you can play as that. The Wizard also gets one too with the Spellblade, and this is actually a very well done mod. The Spellblade is available in the mod manager, so you can see here Spellblade gives us the ability to get making advantage or opportunity attacks on enemies, and we can do parries with this. So it's pretty cool. I think that this is a really fun subclasses in the mod manager. There's also some classes like the Mystic that are extremely fleshed out. The Rogue has some subclasses, the Bard has some subclasses, the Paladin has subclasses like the Oath of Love, which is pretty cool. So yeah, tons there, but I'll talk about the Mystic now because this is a very fun one. Tons of new cantrips, so these are all brand new cantrips for the Mystic, and they're modded into the game, so very nice. We also get the Psionic Disciplines here, so you can see they give you like up to 7 different spells per each of them. There's a ton. Like, this is a massive list. This is one of the most fleshed out mods, and I really like the Mastery of Time, giving us the haste zones here. It uses its own resource with side points. This is probably one of the most developed mods that's in the mod manager so far, but you can see tons and tons and tons of spells that are given with this one, so it's a fun one. There's also 9 subclasses, and there's an expansion already on the mod manager for this class, so this one, extremely well done. There's also a Dark Ranger class, giving us the ability to attack with our dark arrows. It's kind of similar to the Ranger itself, but with more of a necrotic twist on it. I got this one from the Nexus mods, but I do anticipate the Artificer will get added to the mod manager eventually. But the Witch, one of my favorites. This is a really well done one. Allows us to turn into a cat, create water. I guess I'll go over what this one looks like because we have some really nice subclasses. So it has the Herbalist, the Frost Witch, giving us a bunch of ice spells and the resistance to ice damage, which is nice. Hex Witch, and then the Witch Blade, which is more so focused on doing extra damage with your weapon attacks, and it can add like lightning, force, and necrotic damage to the weapon attacks. So the witch is actually a really nice new class, and this is in the mod manager. So Mystic, Dark Ranger, Witch. The Blood Mage is also available in the mod manager. The Slayer is available in the mod manager. Favored Soul is also available there. And then we have a few others like the Kanala, the Scrounger, and the Accursed, and the Warden. So all of these are available, and they do have multiple different subclasses, which is incredible. So some of the ones that I have here are from Nexus mods, but the Warden, Accursed, Scrounger, Kanala, Favored Soul, Slayer, Blood Mage, Witch, Dark Ranger, and Mystic are all from the mod manager itself, which I'll now get into showing you guys because there's so many great options there. So I'll be just covering them, giving my thoughts on them because there's a ton of different ones. Here's a cool one. This is a map of Baldur's Gate 3, so it has every single area in the game listed on here. There's a mod that gives better loading screens, giving the official art from Baldur's Gate 3 as background. So you can just see there, that was one example of it. But looking into the mods, I have over 100 downloaded. I have 115 at this moment. I just uninstalled a ton of them. But I'll be covering the most downloaded here just because this is what everyone cares about, the most popular ones. So I'll give my thoughts on them, whether they're good or what you should do instead of them. So MPUI, this is pretty much an essential. This was from Nexus mods. It's needed for a lot of mods. So if you're going to mod, may as well have that one. The Faces of Faerun. Now, this is a good mod. It gives basically all the faces from characters from around this town. So a lot of NPCs have their own unique faces. I like this, but I always play as elves, and the elf faces aren't my favorite. I'd rather use mods from Nexus mods. So if you're on PC, there's a lot of great options, but this one is really nice, especially if you're console players. Tons of options there. I just prefer the ones that come from Nexus mods myself. The adjustable party limit. This is a cool one, and it will come to consoles as well because this gives the ability to increase your party to 16. So you can see there, really cool. I have one that's already built into the... I use the script extender for Baldur's Gate 3, so I have the ability to do this already, so I don't need this mod. But this is a good one. You use a spell to increase or decrease the amount of party that you have. There are a couple soft locks that can happen, so there's also a Tactician Enhanced mod coming too, which will help increase the balance of the game, which is really nice. So you can check this out. The Lake Bonac one does have an issue if you have multiple players in your party, but you can always just drop them out. Kay's hair extensions. This is the one that I showcased there. There's a reason that this is one of the most downloaded. It's because you can really add to whatever you want on your characters, given a bunch of different options for appearances. And the most downloaded, almost 500,000 downloads in the MPUI, 345,000 downloads in the Faces of Faerun. Faerun Colors with 200,000 downloads. This one is really nice. 80 plus dyes. There's a ton of options. They all look phenomenal too. Like, I just like it. There's some real true darks that can really dye your armor darkly. You see their armor persistence, which normally is not that dark. Mod Manager Fixes is by Kate, and this just makes some fixes to the Mod Manager itself that you're looking at. Better inventory UI. This is a good one, but I did uninstall it recently. Basically what it does is it gives highlights to more important items, and then the junk items don't have a background on them. Some minor appearance changes there, but nothing major that I found I needed to use. Unlock level curve 13 to 20. This one kind of is bugged for me, kind of similar to how this picture looks, but basically gives a new XP curve and levels up to level 20. All camp clothes and dyes. This gives basically a chest full of everything related to the chest. It gives you basically items related to camp clothing and dyes. Straightforward. Kay's Hairs mod. This is another nice hair mod. 6 auto snapping hair mods for all races. So some cool looking ones here. So Parasidipity, creator of this mod. Kay's hair extensions being my favorite one of theirs, just because you can add this on top of any hairstyle. Better hotbar too. I showed this off. You can make it invisible. It's just a cleaner hotbar, although there is some issues with there's the grid there at the very end. It can hide some of your recastable ones on the side, so just be mindful of that. Weightless consumables. Enough said. Consumables are annoying to carry around, and having no weight to them is great. RS Tiefling Horns. This gives a bunch of new options for Tiefling Horns. I know a lot of people are looking for these mods, especially if you're a Tiefling fan, so we got it. We got it here. Better target info. I love this mod. So basically when you target a character, it's going to tell you its resistances and weaknesses, and it's going to have everything nicely wrapped up. Has a little picture of the character beside them too, so really nice when you're in combat and you just need to quickly see weaknesses. Lemon Shader, this is used for allowing tattoos and makeup. Basically gives the option to change around the dyes, or the face body arts. Containers Extended, I had some issues with this one, but it's one of the most downloaded. Adds 26 auto sort containers to the game. That sorts out your weapons, armor, etc. I did have issues with it. I know a lot of other commenters have as well. Lemon's AIO pack, this basically just gives some different face makeup options, and you do have to work with the lemon shader for it to work. Weightless gold, pretty straightforward. Gold has no weight. I prefer another one, which I'll cover. Crystals, this gives us new earrings, which is nice. There's also ones that give physics to the earrings, so they move around. The Mystic class, update to it already, nice. This has been updated multiple times already, which is incredible. So regularly it only has the 6 subclasses here, but the Mystic Expanded gives 3 more. This is the best mod, I would say, on here for a class. It's got so much in it, and it's just an incredible experience overall. Origin feats, gains a feat upon reaching the 2nd level in the class, compatible with all vanilla mods. So yeah, that gives you more feats, which is kind of nice. Some people like that. P4 from Padme 4000, the P4 bangs everywhere. This is great. Gives you the option to add bangs to a lot of different hairstyles and fully customize them. Really well done with this. I love that mod. Super useful. NPC skin, hair, and eye colors. This gives the option to change some of the colors. So lots of options, and I like this mod a lot. Just more freedom of expression and creating your own character the way you want them to look. Visible shield. This is a cool mod, allowing you to see your shield on your back while you venture around. A lot of these will be coming to console. I don't see why not. This one I've used, better character and party panels. This allows you to have 6 characters on your panel at one time. So if you go with any of the mods that increase your party size, this is a useful one. Although I try to there's a bar on PC that you can use, so I use it that way. Carry weight extra. Love this mod. It just removes carry weight capacities. It's one of my biggest frustrations with this game, so lovely. This gives us different heads for the Dark Seldarine Drow, so very nice. They look great. Better context menu. This gives you better context when you look at the menu. So there's different things, like it's addressed a little bit better. I like this one. Diamond dice. I have my own preference on dice mods, but there's a ton of dice mods. Like if we just go look at the dice mods, you can see there. I use the Underdark dice, but so many options. It's incredible. And I guess we'll go back to page 2 here. And more Lemon IO, different face paint, different body art choices. Astral Elves gives a new race from Space E5E, Elven subrace, the Astral Elves. Pretty cool. There's a few different race options, not that many though. Better dying, awesome mod, makes it so that you don't use dye whenever you use the dyes, and it's quicker. Better top bar, this is awesome, so when you're in combat it's more concise, gives better information around targets. Better containers, just opens the containers up, makes them a little bit bigger and just a little bit easier to work with. Better map, makes the map disappear, which is awesome, so you got more freedom and screen real estate, and you can resize it as well. Celestial Warlock, one of the most popular subclasses. This basically just gives the Warlock a whole new subclass. Really well done. There's 2 of these mods actually on here. Better tooltips, love this. It changes things around, it highlights certain things on items. Your spells will tell if it's a concentration, it'll be highlighted yellow. Inspiration uncapped, understandable why, because 4 inspiration is not enough. Here's the earrings have physics one, so this is cool. Not my cup of tea, but adds a little bit of physics to the earrings, which is nice. NPC hairs gives you the ability to steal Asterian's hair if you want, or even like Isabel's hair, Jaheira's, Shadowheart, etc. Level curve, so this changes the XP that you gain in that mod. New loading screens, this is the one I was talking about. It gives a bunch of new loading screens from the information. The ones that I find are most common is like the map of Baldur's Gate 3. I see that one pretty frequently, as we saw there when I went to the main menu. Secret scrolls, this gives scrolls for things like Flame Strike, Shield, any spells that typically didn't normally have a scroll associated with, you now get them. Mystic Expanded gives the extra subclasses for the Mystics, so they now have 9 subclasses. Ember's Lute, I love this mod. It gives you the ability to perform songs and do it with like Alfira and perform the Weeping Dawn. You can also do different songs that summon in different people. This is a fun mod. I love this one. I covered it in a previous video. It's incredible. So much fun. Damage preview. I love this mod. When you mouse over or hover over a character, it's going to show you the amount of damage that you'll deal with it. This is awesome. Some of these, this one works in keyboard and mouse, so I feel like something like this will get added to controller at some point. Medusa's Muses gives us the options to change the heads around for body type 1. P4 custom dyes, even more dyes. So lots of really great options in this mod that just really spice things up. Different types of dye, or There's a lot of dye mods. Mod Manager Plus gives us another option for, try to install that one. There's a bunch of Mod Manager Fixes mods, and there's lots of mods for, like, I guess, heads. I'll go into now, going over, like, different cheat mods. So the most downloaded cheat ones are Weightless Consumables, Weightless Gold, Carry More, Infinite Arrows, Infinite Potions, Feats on even levels. The Cheater's Ring, which basically adds like a 50 to all dice rolls. Basically, you don't fail anything. It sets all your ability scores to 20. Infinite Elixirs, free gold, power rings. Feats every level, so there's feats. You can get feats for every level. No astral tadpole required for Illithid powers. This is a really nice one if you just want to abuse the Illithid abilities. So people got lots of great options for cheats. There's tons and tons of them. More XP. Anything you can think of for cheats, they got it on here. So that's cool. For the most popular classes, Mystic class being my favorite. The Kuatoa playable race, I unfortunately have a lot of issues with this because there's so much clipping issues with it, unfortunately, but it would be cool, especially if it gets fixed. They just look kind of silly with the clipping. The Witch class, I covered that briefly. Incredible class. They did a wonderful job with this, and they're always updating it, so you can see there, nice update the other day. Spellblade School, this is another really nice one that I covered briefly there, being able to parry attacks. This is a fun one. I like these class mods. Blood Mage, Dread Overlord, Warlock, which I already have from Nexus mods, but same one here. The Draconic Cultivator is a bit of an issue mod. I did use this one previously, but it does have some issues with it. Celestial Warlock, Chrome. This is a cheat class, basically giving 100 sorcery points, unlimited spellcasting, etc. So lots of cool ones. The Succubin Sorcerer, this one hasn't worked for me, unfortunately. So some of them do work, some of them don't work. Customization, you name it, you can change it. There's a bunch more being added daily here. The dice, we got lots of great options for dice, and you can even add custom dice to passive rolls, which is cool. Equipment mods, so there's not as much equipment, like you can see here. It's mostly like Weightless Gold, Favorite Colors, Bag of Holding. There's not a lot of weapons, but there are some that you can upgrade certain weapons, and there's ones here. This gives a few different legendary weapons, which is nice. More to come. I think this is an area that's going to see a lot of improvement. We can even get Tifa's outfit, which is kind of funny. Big Final Fantasy VII fan here. So, quality of life mods. You can see I download them all. These are a lot of Kate's mods. Great job with them. Some of them are mislabeled as quality of life, more of so cheats, but we also have race mods, so a few different choices. The Genesai and the Astral Elves being two of the more common ones. Werewolf background, which is kind of cool. Allows you to become a werewolf. But there's more here that I would like to see. Like, there's even things like Dragon Age 2 getting added into the game. I'd like to see more here. I feel like there will be more as people start developing them. Spells is another area that's kind of lacking. I did install the 5e spells, so I'm hoping that will come because it adds spells that every single class can use. It's really nice. Subclasses, mostly just the classes listed here, but there are some, like being able to play as an Oathbreaker without having to break your oath. Death Domain Cleric, although there's some other ones. College of Dance, Bard. And then UI, we got lots of UI fixes, all by Kate's. Really well done on there. And then visual effects, there's a few different ones that changed how appearance looks. But yeah, that is the most downloaded mods in Baldur's Gate 3's patch 7. Just wanted to cover these because there's a lot of different options, and people are asking me what the most downloaded ones, what the most popular ones are. So there it is. Let me know your thoughts, your favorites in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.